Good morning, friends. This is Sriharsha from Crazy Money Victory, and today is 4th of November. And let's see what's happening in the market and how things are going to go in the next few days and what's happening in the market. So, if you are not a part of my YouTube channel, go ahead and click on like button for the video, subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon so that you will get all the latest notifications. So, let's get started, guys. So, if you see yesterday, the Indian markets did quite well. We ended up 1% up on Nifty and 3% up on Bank Nifty. And if you have seen, the US markets have all rallied 2% plus up, and even the European markets have rallied more than 2.5%. So right now there is a support which looks like it is trying to take, and if this support is going to get taken, probably we may start seeing some up move. But the presidential elections, as I said, there's some volatility which I expect in the market. At this point of time, I'm not expecting any big moves to happen. Probably it will be more on the sideways kind of a way. So as long as we can hold on to current levels, probably we will again try to test the 12,000 levels. So it is quite possible, mainly because banks are actually looking extremely strong, and they have actually taken a big leap. As you see in the last two sessions, they have been doing extremely well. Now most of the um, market, everything has come to a important resistance level. So today is going to be a testing time for us. So there could be some sell off at the top, but looking at the way the markets have been behaving, probably we may not go down too much. Also, as I said, we are more in a sideways kind of a pattern. So in this case, probably the range could shift. If I have been telling you, the range was between 11,600 to 11,800. Probably I see the range between 11,700 to 11,900, or probably it may shift from 11,800 to 12,000 range. So as far as I see, we may actually see this range kind of a thing. Banks may actually slow down a bit at this stage, as we are actually having important resistance. But at this place, if this resistance is being taken out, then probably market may try to move quite a lot, because banks are supporting. Nifty can move in a much bigger bullish way. So that's one very important thing. And if you look at the US markets, also are trying to take support. So if they are going to take this support and continue to hold on to the levels, from this I think we may start seeing that slowly we may start getting into a recovery mode also. But overall, I don't see any big moves happening at this point of time. Probably we will go slow and steady, and probably it will be stock specific, but at the same time financials are going to be one of the most important things. So overall, looks like uh, there's no big sell off or a big up move, drastic moves I am not expecting, mainly because the results are not going to anyway come. Results are going to take time. It's only the exit polls which are going to come, and exit polls may keep changing, because a couple of states still have to vote, and the vote tally has still not started. So this is going to continue. This drama is going to happen for close to a month or so. But at the same time, if you have to see, the stimulus talk may get started, and if that is going to get started now, then that is a good thing for the market. And probably market can get started to rally, and that's what we are actually looking at this point of time. So market is looking a little stable, but there can be because we are heading towards this oversold zone. So you can see that the markets may keep dwindling up and down. I don't see any big sell off at this point of time. But anything can happen in the market, as you actually know. Overall, the strength of the market is suggesting us a range bound kind of a market. uh, the earlier thing which I have been talking to you about, the astrological thing, so that actually has ended yesterday. So since it has ended yesterday, and in this testing time we have not actually gone down too much, so which is a very positive thing. And if that is the very positive thing, and if the markets are holding on, then it's a very very good thing. Because uh, if I have to consider the retracement part of for the entire thing from the previous high of 12,000 to the low it made in the COVID, so the Fibonacci comes at the last Fibonacci comes at around 11,300 levels. So after this, the only next logical thing is probably the full retracement, that is actually going back to the all-time high of 12,500. So as long as that is going to happen, as long as we can hold on to um, the current levels, and we start moving higher, I think it's going to be extremely good for the market. If we may slow and steadily start moving on the higher side, if we don't see any big sell off, as I said, I don't see any big sell off. It could be maybe 1 or 2 points here and there, sorry, 1 or 2% here and there. That's perfectly fine. So either we are going to be in a range of 11,700. I feel I am not seeing that we will again try to go to 11,600 or 500, looking at the strength of the market at this point of time. And yesterday Sun Pharma has given extraordinary results. So pharmas will be probably one of the key factors for today's holding on to the market. Banks may actually correct a bit and farmers may try to hold. Slowly, Reliance may start trying to hold on to 1800 levels, and if that is going to happen, and slowly Reliance may also get started into the buy mode, which could happen in the market. So overall market looks like things may come back to stability. And if in the next this in the coming this weekend, as I can see in this weekend, if we can close positive, if this weekly closing is positive, very likely that the selling whatever is there in the market probably is over. And if that is over, then slowly and steadily we are moving towards the all-time highs. And if that is going to happen, guys, we are entering a brand new bull market. And this brand new bull market what we are entering is going to be extremely bullish. And the next levels which we will be probably looking is probably the all-time highs, or maybe towards the 13,000 levels. And anytime if you look at the overall scenario, probably it's only the we may see 10% correction, 5-10% correction any point of time, if that is going to happen. And this 5-10% correction is only an opportunity for you to buy. If you look at even the US markets, from where they have started giving support, it is hardly around 10 to 12% or 15% max. So that is a good positive thing. So that means the bull market probably is still intact. And if that is intact, then I think we don't have much of a challenge. Only thing is the European markets are a little negative at this point of time, but sooner they will start their stimulus talks and all. I think they will also come into the positive side. So we will see this. At this point of time, we cannot conclude anything. At this point of time, we can probably the range shift, as I said, probably is between 11,700 to 11,900 is what I can see. But overall the bias now from the negativity is moving on to the positivity side. As I said, The time value which I was talking, time thing actually is actually moved favorable now. And technically the testing phase is over, the event is already over, the election is already done. It's only the results which is there, and the results, since it's going to be taking a month long, this could be making the market little sideways to volatile, but the overall strength of the market looks quite well. And let's understand the facts. It doesn't matter who comes into the government in the long run, because ultimately stimulus is going to come. And if the stimulus is going to come, that's nothing but note printing which is going to happen. This is going to increase a lot of liquidity in the market, and if this liquidity is going to increase in the market, that is going to drive the market crazily up. So in this case, the only thing, logical thing which is required to be done is start actually building your portfolio. Whenever any downside comes, it's a good opportunity for you to look for buying, because probably all the major factors which were challenging is likely to be over. You can probably look for even the cyclical stocks. So cyclical stocks also can start performing really good, and from here markets probably could do phenomenally well. Things were actually looking quite bad, like for example automobiles and all were looking bad earlier, but this COVID has forced people, rather than actually going for the public transport, and have your own transport. So looking at that, a lot of industries are actually, in fact, which were expected to go bad, are actually becoming good. Even the lot of car sales which have happened, so all these things are actually suggesting markets are looking uh, quite becoming attractive. And there's a good amount of flow of funds which is happening to the Indian market from lot of foreign funds. So these funds are going to only help the markets to move on the higher side. So that's a very interesting thing which is going to happen. So overall, today we may start a little flat kind of a thing, and if we go down a bit, probably that's again an opportunity for buying. Nifty may be uh, uh, trying to hold the market today. Banks may actually go to sideways to negative, that is what I can see, because of the resistance. But if that resistance they are able to hold on, and they are able to break those resistance, then it's going to be extremely good for the market. So as I say, uh, probably the buy on dips could be there. So until unless we hold 11,500, I feel we should start actually looking at buying on dips. And shorting is not really helping us. Shorting is probably only ideal at the 12,000 level, but looking at the way the market, if you see the range, major support is at 11,800. If you, because it was an important resistance, and now if it is going to break, now it's going to become a support, and 12,000 is the important resistance. Three times support is broken, three times resistance is broken. Now looking at the overall thing, uh, again it is trying to go towards breaking the resistance. Now resistance is going to become weaker, and resistance probably is going to get broken, is what I can see. And if that is going to happen, then it's good for the market, and market may try to move quite a lot in the coming days. Okay guys, so if you have liked the information whatever I've shared in the video, like the video, hit on the bell icon, and subscribe the channel, and share it with all your friends. Thank you very much. Have a great and prosperous day. If you're not a part of my Telegram channel, go and search for Crazy Money Witch Tree on Telegram and go and join. Thank you very much.